Creation, a world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The exalted, those chosen and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have, and can, pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they aren't too busy fighting each other. Now, Chills as Aura.
I have Kit Kats. You cannot defeat me in a way that matters.
Horak as Lythander.
Oh wow, it's a DM worth fighting for.
Alatos as Gavel.
No, Batu, you cannot make the Ashen Ones battle theme.
And Giberex
Why
as
not?
everyone else. Anathema! Come out and play! Must band together to save the dreaming sea, and perhaps everything, all creation itself, from the greatest threat the world has ever known. All this and more on FateBreakers. Hopkins, what happened last time?
Woof! Woof woof! Woof!
Barketh.
Woof!
Bark, bark.
Well, what happened last time is that my liege and her friends went to go confront this very nasty-smelling cat boy about holding it on his territory. They promptly evicted him after a very silly nerd fight where he got eaten for a while. She seemed like the lady who did that seemed like she had an upset stomach. She should eat some grass. It always makes me feel better when I have a bad tummy.
And rocks.
Yes, this is my Hopkins voice, but thankfully only the audience is hearing it and Gavel is not right now. She is busy recovering from a concussion.
I love eating rocks.
Oh yeah, I forgot we actually almost biffed it on this fight.
Not really. Although you and Gavel took a bunch of meaty hits, but other than that,
Oh, yeah.
all those hits from the stairs.
I mostly just failed to get to where I needed to go.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of Righteous Devil style, is that it's pretty range focused, and Seven Obsidian Leopard, while he lost the fight, won the zoning game.
It's short range. It's not necessarily range.
Yes.
Focused.
The fight did mostly go in your guys' favor, and you did win. The heavy use of kaiju,
Yes.
and Lythander slowly weaning him down and down and down through death of obsidian butterflies and equivalent attacks until Onue used her stomach acid to do the finishing blow.
Sunlight yellow, overdrive.
And as a result of that fight, both you and Nue now have access to Leopard's real face. But along with that, you picked up a charm to take his memories along with that. You want to read that out to the audience?
What, the charm or the memories?
You could. I'll read out the charm, and you go for like what memories, I guess, and what you're looking for in terms of the memories you want to browse through.
I don't know.
Okay, memory drinking meditation. Spend one or more motes when the lunar completes a sacred hunt to take a human shape. She also gains one of her target's intimacy towards an individual character, gaining at the minor level. She must be aware of the intimacy beforehand. As long as she's in the target's shape, she has access to all memories related to the adopted intimacy. The lunar may expend multiple motes when using this charm to gain multiple intimacies from the same target. So if you want to, you could pump...
I had extra motes, so I'm taking all of them.
Alright, that gives you access to the vast majority of his memories, but you can only use them when you're in his shape.
Damn. I can only do it when I'm racist.
What does race have to do with any of that?
Well, technically, Seven Obsidian Leopard is a racist.
What's your fucking explanation for that?
He wants to kill all the dragons. Once.
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
Oh my god.
I was going to say,
Oh man.
are you sure that I'm not cooking here?
I mean, that is what you call dragon blood power. It does carry down through blood. It is genetic, so...
Oh, goodness.
Yeah!
Cultural, but anyway, he's unconscious on the beach, and Nue did successfully manage to convince you into not killing.
Not killing him.
Yeah, but if you,
For the moment.
if you're going through, like, if you're currently wearing his face, which, by the way, it appears like he looks like a default character creator, man.
Ooh. Funny.
Anyway, you want to finally learn what the deal is with your daughter, because that's at your fingertips now.
Ooh.
Nah. I'm good.
See, this is what I mean.
Would you like to advance your character arc? No.
No.
Power move, honestly.
Oh, my goodness.
Alright, do you have any questions, though, as you are...
I would like to advance Korak's character arc for him, please.
Okay, Nue is standing there,
Says Nue to the narrator.
Fine. Well, I mean, I am going to be searching his memories to see if my daughter is safe or if she is in a bad space.
Oh, well, you see that... Remember that picture of Red Hand Rebirth I shared a while back? I'm gonna go reshare that again. That's who you see. It's your daughter from the neck up. Everything down after that is a 12-foot tall titan, superhuman titan.
Ah, we haven't shown this one yet.
Oh, I haven't, did I?
And she has her mother's body.
Yeah, Nue is doing the same thing. Oh, that's the bitch who took my fucking arm!
Yes.
How dare you call her a bitch?
That's scary. Ooh, there it is. So here's your daughter, Korak. She has your hair.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Very good work.
Yeah. More soon.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I guess I have to kill my daughter.
No, a little bit more context as to the memories of what you saw of. Once upon a time, a couple centuries back, Seven-Sitting Leopard was scouting the city of Palanquin, which is the giant city popped up by 4 giant statues that Chills once upon a time pointed out as Ass Village because of unfortunate positioning of some of the houses. Through previous context, you guys have learned about a gate to Zenmu there, which is...
Sorry, what did I call it?
A butt city.
Village.
Ah, Butt City.
Oh, goodness, yes.
He went on an expedition there in search of rare sorcerous materials and encountered this woman. She beat him.
Hard.
Content warning: body horror.
Uh-oh.
The way that she did this,
Okay.
you quickly realize like what he was like. The hints about her being a liminal exalt with weird meat undead powers is very true because she countered his army with her own via unfolding her entire circulatory and nervous system into a battle group.
Oh.
Every blood
for a
vessel
second
in
I was
her
gonna
body surged out of her and formed into tens of thousands of troops that took down his undead forces.
Wow.
So what you're saying is that this is literally Suguru Geto.
I'm thinking more Alex Mercer.
Suguru Geto.
Oh,
Whatever,
goodness
yeah.
sakes.
She then informed him that the city had already been put clean and he should fuck off. Because there's nothing good worth looking for there in there. He's fairly convinced that was a lie, but he wasn't really in much of a position to say otherwise because she was pointing a sword at his throat.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, a handful of other brief flashes of encounters with this woman at various galas and parties in the underworld at some of the dead imperial balls. Because as powerful dead people, you have to go party with other powerful dead people to get information and work on political maneuvering in the background. You don't need to learn about all the intense setting lore because your character sure is being run through a gauntlet of all sorts of underworld bullshit politics. You are marathoning all of Game of Thrones in the span of 5 seconds.
That was a terrible ending.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Why would anybody even watch this crap?
She abruptly stopped showing up in any of the memories about 5 years ago.
Ooh, she's dead.
Oh,
I don't have to worry
no,
anymore.
you have reports. There's reports saying that
She's dead. I don't have to worry anymore.
There are reports that she's still active, but has gone into hiding for some reason or another.
She's dead. I don't have to worry.
You can't escape the plot forever! Any other questions? Like,
Not really.
okay, yeah, turns out your daughter's a fucking badass. Turns out you're the proud father of Melania, Blade of Mikola.
Who has known no defeat.
She has, but okay.
Nah, it was a draw.
Fair.
You had some questions about Prasad, I think, though. That's the off content when we were discussing this ability. Those were
It's fine. Her controller was broken.
Do you have any questions about his knowledge of Prasad?
Give us the info on Prasad.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that'll be really helpful.
Just tell me what's happening.
Okay, you do have the reports about the Wyld Hunt coming for you, and more specifically, you heard a report that he was absolutely planning on leveraging over to you in some kind of bullshit power play, that Prasadi forces are by large gathering at the local city of Madara. I sent you a map. It may be helpful to check it now.
Indeed, that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so yeah, Madara, the city of 1,000 wings.
So called because it is a protectorate, not a conqueree of Prasad, one of the few actually democratic polities in the region, and is most well known because almost everyone in the city has a bird familiar.
What?
So what you're telling me is that the place that is extremely racist has a group that is willing to fight for them.
And also has a bird motif.
Out of their own free will, and they're democratic.
They have so many birds.
So I think I now know why Seven Obsidian Leopard just said, yeah, no, nuke it. I'm kind of agreeing with him now.
You did gain that intimacy too. As a note about the birds, birds are considered extremely holy in that city as messengers of air elementals, because they almost always are. People with bird familiars tend to receive preferential treatment in most high areas of society. Hey, Lythander.
That's just funny.
Hey, Lythander, guess what you're familiar?
Yeah, Pedro.
Yeah!
I was... You don't think I find that funny? You don't think... Did you think I forgot about Pedro?
No, I didn't. The bird who could shake necromancy spells for you.
That's
exactly
so wild.
I didn't even make this up, by the way. This is all stuff in Across the 8 Directions, on sale now.
Did you know that the only reason why I chose Pedro as my familiar is because I thought it would be funny for a bit?
And it turned out to be vitally fucking important in a way I didn't know as a GM.
Korak, I'm going to be honest. Out of character, straight up, session 1, when I was debating my merits, I was considering getting a chicken familiar also.
Oh my goodness sakes alive.
That was session 1. I was actually, because like, oh, whatever, I'm playing a cowboy. Well, you know what would be funny? Instead of a horse, what if I had a chicken?
You could meet both ways and get a choke.
Up with my cock.
We could meet you both ways and get you a chocobo or something.
It's a cock with a Glock.
Or a cockatrice.
It's a cock with a Glock.
Oh goodness.
Moving on,
wait, we're playing Pal World now?
No. Moving on, there is indeed an army massing. More than the Deidei. About 3 Deidei worth of people, all being shot.
Man, what is the Deidei?
Oh. Enough of...
Ashen Ones.
Yes, enough people to overwhelm Gavel's forces, but there is intel of specifically a lot of favors being called in with air elementals to send shitloads of horrible storms at you.
Oh, great. Awesome.
So that's another one of the major weapons they're going to be sending, is they're weaponizing the weather.
So we have to worry about weather report. Got
yes.
It.
Who, if he ever wanted to, could kill all life on Earth.
Yes, indeed.
Mostly on accident.
Yeah. Nue is also going through similar memories, and the first one to probably say something would be her as she blinks out of the trance, and okay, I need to get back to Maw of Cecelyne right the fuck away. We need to get started on, like, shelters and shit.
Agreed.
They're gonna send tornadoes in.
Uh-huh. We're gonna need dense supplies of iron. Wherever we can muster. I can call in some emergency handy workers, but it's gonna be a bit ramshackle for the first few days. We're gonna have to hold out.
Well, they are still... And here's the weird thing, that both Nue notes and that Lythander is going through in the memories. These guys are moving way too fast across creation than is normal. Remember when I said each square on the map is a France?
Was it France?
Yeah.
So pretty small. But
These guys are moving at near modern travel times.
Oh!
In terms of actual, like, double digits of miles per hour.
Huh.
Man, they're going 10 miles per hour?
More like 20 or
Which is
30.
enough to cross France in, like, less than a day.
And the reason they're going so fast is specifically because they have an exigent helping them. You don't know too much about them because Leopard never personally met them, but there is a recent exalt from Madara, an architect, a type of exigent which is the chosen of a specific city.
So, please don't take this the wrong way with my thought process here.
Okay.
Do I also get the forms that Leopard also has?
No.
Okay. Alright, because I was gonna say, like, I technically have a memory of taking those forms. Or maybe a few of those forms.
Yeah, but you didn't go on the sacred hunt to get those forms.
True, but I sacred hunted to get the but I technically did, though.
Try telling Luna that.
So, Luna, hear me out.
What
I
dost
sacred
thou
hunted
want?
somebody who sacred hunted that, so that was technically my sacred hunt as well.
Would thou like the
Because
taste of butter? Would thou like
Sure.
to live deliciously?
Sure, why not?
Is Lythander going to turn into a stick of butter?
I was just quoting the Vavitch. I don't know what you guys were doing.
Oh.
Mm.
I don't know. Far along.
Okay, before anything else happens, though, Nue will fly back toward the central island and start battering down the hatches and making storm shelters, unless any of you guys have any other requests for information or scouting. What I was going to recommend for this session, was to a infiltration of Madara itself as part of a information gathering venture.
That would absolutely be very welcome. But depending on what stat it requires, it would be weird for it would be
Performance and
determine.
stealth.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Lythander, would you have high performance
And stuff.
and stealth? Would you like to go become a vital part of this multi-action endeavor? And
Alright, so what did you say for I can use my stealth and performance to do what now?
you would be
For infiltration and espionage.
Yes.
Sure, I'll use some, I'll use my performance to do some espionage.
Alright,
Yes.
because you're a lunar exalted, I'm not going to make you roll to get to the city. You could fly there pretty easily.
Oh.
Alright, so it's a question, do I get auto successes because of this being Prasad related?
You got a dice bonus, yeah. 1 dice.
Then you know what, dear viewer, don't you worry. That 11 successes you see on the board, that's clearly my aid roll to help Korak succeed.
1, 2,
Well, that did
3,
not work.
4.
But that's
I'm sure.
fine.
Actually, that did work. It was
5.
difficulty 5.
Let's go.
Oh shit!
But how did I?
Yeah, it's
One,
okay.
two- because you did less than, not
Least
greater
less
than.
than.
Well, no. It didn't. It just said 48.
So the difficulty here was going to be suspected / under surveillance. Hey, they're explicitly looking for lunar exalts. It's a good thing you succeeded at that.
I would have to do 7S, right?
Yeah. Are you adding in
Well-
any additional spaces anywhere?
Either way, you succeeded.
You know what? I think I did. I am just. Oh, hey, there's still 5 successes.
Yep.
Are you getting upset you're rolling well?
Let's see.
Yes,
Why?
I am.
2, 3, 4,
Because I could have used that 5 successes probably on the next roll.
Don't worry. Hey, guess what? All 3 of those were successes. That just means good things are coming.
Of
It's
course.
a sign, you
This
see.
is that all gamblers, 90% of gamblers
There's a
quit
sign.
before they hit it big.
Before they hit it big. Oh.
Alright, what up? Alright, so what did I find out?
As reported from the memories, there sure are a fuckload of birds. I'm assuming you're flying here in some bird shape.
No.
Are you getting there?
Fish.
Okay, that's also fairly fast enough. It is also a port city, so the first thing you notice is incredibly majestic and very expensive boats all across the city.
I'm gonna pee on some.
Okay.
And
It's
there
in
it
the
is.
ocean, so not much else happens. But as that,
I'm gonna mark myself on those boats.
you can't gain the shape of an inanimate object
Yeah, but I could gain the shape of the owners of the inanimate object.
if they consider it their home, which they don't.
Some might.
Not any other one.
But
Some
not
might
this
consider
one.
their home away from home.
You know what? Roll
This is not a-
roll a finesse plus stealth check with a stunt.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
This won't blow your cover.
Alright.
This is just to see if you're bullshit. I'm going to bother the GM by fucking with him.
Finesse plus
Stealth.
what now? Plus stealth?
Yeah. With a stunt.
All right. Let's see it.
5.
Holy shit, you actually managed to get someone.
Got him!
Majestically, you leap out in whatever form you're taking, probably a bass or something. You leap from the ocean, go sailing through an open window, piss in the captain's quarters, and sail back outward.
Never
Through the other
stop
open window.
gambling. Never stop gambling.
Hey, Korak, make a hard bargain.
Why?
Because if someone in the city has the end of joy.
Exalted
What does that
emphasis,
mean?
kakeguri.
What it
What
means
does that mean?
is that either you take a cumulative -1 penalties to your next rolls, or ill fortune will happen to you on a narrative level. Or you could develop, or you could Shattered Yoke Fury and major intimacy of hatreds towards question marks.
Whose ship is this?
Yet to be determined.
Well, as you go sailing through the window, hey, that's the royal family of House that's the royal crest of House Orphis right there on the desk.
How about I take neither?
Oh.
I just do exist.
Unfortunately, that is not an option.
Unfortunately, that actually
it
is
is.
not an option. You have 3 choices ahead of you.
And I deny all of them.
Well, then we're going to have to sit here until you select one.
Okay, good luck.
Oh my goodness sakes,
I
alive.
would like to use the charm that forces Korak to make a choice already.
Actually, no! There is something else I could do. I could have her use her normal die pool roll, and she'll get that many bonus die or successes on her next action, depending.
Fine, I will take the -1 dice penalty.
Okay.
I will fail every roll from now on.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
Not yet.
And this is only every time the criteria for this curse is met that it would keep coming -1. As you go sailing through the air, you feel a psychic presence in the back of your mind, extending from somewhere within the vicinity of the docks, everything within long range from a narrative perspective at least, of there's something here that hates people having fun. It's
the DM guy.
nope.
Oh my goodness sakes.
A carefree, lackadaisical way of sailing in and doing comedy bits to steal someone's shape, even if they don't know what's happening. If someone's having fun, it's very much not appreciated. Sky Sundering Shadow did warn you about something called the End of Joy. Whatever it is, it's here.
The racist got it.
Perhaps. And you feel some of that dread sink into your tiny little fish bones.
So when do those rolls, -1 rolls happen?
All the rest of the rolls for this. Well, okay, your next roll, sorry.
Just my next roll?
Yes. This is a natural consequence of someone who hates fun, and Lythander's trying to have fun, trying to style on the Immaculate Order and style on the Empire Prasad, and someone here does not appreciate someone having fun. I, as the GM, are fine with it.
You are being the Dante to someone's Virgil right now.
Yes, that's a pretty apt comparison, honestly.
He says, "Get your money up, not your funny up, Lythander."
You are having your Wahoo pizza time, and whoever this is not appreciating your woohoo pizza time.
Now for the successes on the actual infiltration roll to come into effect is, someone here would recognize me / is looking for me. You immediately see Nellen's Liza on the docks.
Oh, hey, I remember. No, I don't. Oh, God.
You have the perfect memory charm, so even if Korak 92 does not remember, the magistrate who, actually got really fucking close to beating Aura in the tournament arc.
You're right. The only person who could actually fight Aura on equal footing.
Aside from you.
I couldn't. I cheated.
She is currently in an argument with what looks to be a pure way monk. You can tell via stereotypical monk's clothes, head shaven bald, flowers growing out of their head, etc. Listen, brother, I understand that I understand the purpose of the Wyld Hunt. What I don't understand is the excuse for your garrison to come in here and further strip citizens of their rights, such as the pure way. I don't give a shit about the pure way. Listen, what I care about is the civil rights of people here, and you're going to be taking a giant steaming shit all over that just to take care of, what, a handful of anathema out at sea? Not even on the mainland? You know just as well as I do, they will be a threat. That's irrelevant. The point is that you are doing more damage by burning the forest down.
This isn't Janice,
No.
right? Okay, this isn't the one that wants to do it with Aura.
No, this is not.
Dang, I was hoping it was that one to use to my advantage.
Yeah, because you read her charm sheets.
No. The advantage would be, hey, do you want to have a date with Aura?
Oh. I'm sorry, I don't.
Janice.
I'm sorry, I am gay, but I don't date anathema. It would be what her response is.
Ooh.
Even though she wanted to go, even though she did take her Aura.
Oh no, that would be what Liza's response is, not Janice. Janice is into it.
Ah.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. I got those two confused.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right, the argument does not seem to be making pace, but from that and other context clues, it seems like even though Liza, and probably by extension the Realm, is not opposing Prasad's Wyld Hunt at all, it appears to be raising hackles on her and what some of her contacts back home of. They're worried about Prasad's expansionism because on paper there's still the Empire Prasad is technically a protectorate of and part of the Realm. In practice, they have not been for decades, and have been doing all but legally declaring themselves to be an own separate nation state.
They've been doing Texas, got it.
Yes, and this would actually be doing, and if they continue to take territory this far up and officially take Madara over, this would be Texas actually seceding from the US.
Uh-oh.
So that's the information you've gathered. Potential ally? The question is, that would involve talking with Liza, who A, knows you're an anathema, and I don't know how well on terms you left off with her, because you have her face. And does she know that you have her face?
That is a good question. I don't know. I'm going to come up and say, hello.
As a fish?
No, that's like
Okay.
Vander in the water poking his head
Okay.
out. His soggy green hair just looking like seaweed.
I'm gonna roll a quick, a secondary pool check on Liza to see how well she keeps her cool.
Oh.
And she does spend a mote on Stillness of Stone meditation to further protect her resolve, so she does not seem to visibly react. The monk appears to look at the water. Excuse me, young man, we're in the middle of something. It's between Exalt's business. You could come bother the magistrate later.
Apologies, I was just having a nice... Somebody pushed me off of a boat a while ago, and I'm sorry for the bother. Do you mind just helping me up a bit? I'm kind of a bit stuck.
Very well, and he helps pull you out.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
And now,
Punch and sneer.
you can have a moment with our magistrate. This will just take another moment, please.
Sure thing.
Now wait.
I'm going to walk away, turn into a fish, and listen in again.
Okay. Now the command codes for the... You don't need those fucking command codes. You took his War Strider, after all. Yeah, but it's not for the War Strider itself. It's for the weapon we have strapped to it. Oh my fucking gods, you're bringing that out.
Blob, blob, blob. Blob, blob. Blob, blob, blob.
You know that the Annihilation Spear will cause far more damage stapled to that monstrosity of... It's not even Jade in there. You're not even using a Jade War Striders. Unfortunately, the wording with the Anathema's contract was clear enough. We had to use a non-Jade Strider for the effect, which is why we have the Exigent piloting it. I assure you, we have thought this through to minimize collateral damage. Minimal does not mean zero.
I'm surprised that she didn't remember me.
No, she did. She just didn't visibly react.
Oh, that was nice of her.
In any case, I have a
Or not.
prior engagement. We will need to continue this conversation anon, perhaps via wind-carried words. Very well, I suppose I have to go check on the progress of our fleet anyway. Dragons be with you. Dragons be with you, too.
Lythander is now going to appear behind Liza. After he
Right.
leaves.
Alright.
Hello, what was that about?
What that was about is sending a death squad against...
Are you trying to kill me?
They are trying to kill you, and while I personally cannot and will not cannot oppose the Wyld Hunt in their duties against hunting threats to all life in the area...
But we saved all the life in this area, like 3 times.
See, that's the problem with that, is, according to the folklore, you always start out with the noblest of all intentions, but that does not continue centuries down the line.
I mean, we literally stopped a second circle demon that I think Prasad was trying to summon.
Okay, we'll return to that context in a moment. I will need to follow up on that, but for now, will you still be saving people in hundreds of years? Is the concern, because there's always a point when the milk spoils, so to speak.
You're right, hey, you live long enough to become the racist, I know.
Some such as... It can go in a number of different ways, but the point is that you're not going to be able to convince them to stand down. They will come for you, and either they will kill you, or you will kill them, and in doing so, hundreds of innocent lives will be lost in the process, which is what I am trying to minimize here. Now, what was that about second circle demon the Empire was summoning?
Yes, they were summoning why can't I remember his name? I wanted to take his dick.
Octavian.
Yes.
Octavian. Yes, no, they were trying to summon Octavian.
Tell me more.
I will explain everything to her as to the best of my memory.
Alright, it was actually
Which is perfect.
the Adamant Cast Alchemical who was doing the Octavian summoning that you interfered with at the last second to break his bindings. Upon learning this, she tilts her head. Okay, are you certain that this Diamond Man was summoning it for Prasad, or was it something unrelated?
If I remember correctly, it was for Prasad.
It actually was not. Prasad has summoned
Oh,
a
it's
second
not,
circle
yeah.
demon, but this is actually a separate second circle demon.
Okay, then never mind. I was wrong.
Well, you can still talk about that diegetically and bring up Gedesvin, the Cursed Spear, which is what Gavel's Infernal Context did tell her about.
I will.
Son...
Yes, no, we have saved multiple lives. I basically put people into multiple refugee camps.
Alright, then riddle me this. What are you going to do after that?
Well, try to see my daughter, and that's really about it.
Really?
Yeah, I have no I have no qualms with anyone. If they come after me, then that's their death warrant.
Unfortunately, because of past conflicts with those chosen by the moon, many, many people in the center have your death warrant for reasons of prejudice or self-defense or whatever they choose to define it as, good or bad, ill reasons. You're going to be fighting for the rest of your life.
Yes, and anybody who tries to fight me, I'll... You see, I even gave Octavian a chance not to fight me. He decided not to, and we destroyed him.
Now, from your own story, he was sorcerously bound to fight you. He didn't have a choice.
He did. Remember, I have literally told him, oh, no, we don't have to fight. I'll just surrender if you don't destroy the world.
He didn't want to destroy the world, he wanted to conquer it.
Or conquer it.
But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into goo.
Pretty much. I gave him the out. He decided to not go with the out. How's that my fault if he didn't go with the out?
Alright, anyway. She rubs at her temples. God, talking with you is always so annoying. Wait a minute, actually, hang on a second.
Yes.
I am going to regret asking this, but do you have my face?
For some reason, I do. I don't remember how. How did I do that?
Tricking her.
How did I trick her again?
Bamboozling her via, your bullshit lies and comedy scenarios, much like the ones you were just doing.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Yes, I will be honest with her and tell her yes. Do you want me to release it? I never used it once.
We might be able to make use out of this. The problem is you need to act more like
as I
me.
said, I can do that. I can be more regal if you want.
No, you misunderstand. There's a difference between being regal and being a dynast of the realm.
So I don't mean this to be rude and to... How about this? I promise to release your face after we're done with this.
I don't even know if you can do that if you wanted. Is that how that works?
Well, maybe. I mean, I almost did kill my master for stealing from me, but he kind of shot out my face. So it is possible.
I would appreciate that.
Or I will never use it, because I never use... So, I think I realized, I think I never actually used anybody's face that I took, really.
Not all lunars go hard into the shapeshifting thing. Although, as part of this scene, she is going to activate commit 2 motes for harmonious academic methodology.
Okay, which does?
She is going to teach you everything she knows about high realm society in order to better pass herself off as her.
Okay. Lythander says thank you and bows.
Oh, this takes a couple hours.
Oh, no, still, Lythander is going to say thank you very much for wanting to help us here, and bows.
Now keep in mind, you'll have to do a lot of woman-splaining, because unfortunately the center is incredibly sexist.
I am so sorry that happened to you. I remember that happening to me in my past life. That was not fun.
What? No, it's a matriarchy.
Oh, shit, okay.
If anything, if you went in your normal body, they would be the ones talking over you.
No, that's fair. That's actually fair. Most people do talk over me, and they have good reason to. I'm annoying.
Are we talking about Lythander or Korak? Who knows?
Oh my goodness sakes.
Talking about Lythander, you can have to be sure.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
He'll be back in
Yeah,
2.
he'll be back. Yep, there he is.
Yep. Hello.
I was joking. No, I will say a rider for harmonious academic methodology. Additionally, the exalt may give the target a minor intimacy towards the exalt or change the target's minor virtue to one of the exalt's own virtue.
I don't know what that means.
It means she could give you an intimacy.
Okay,
You have a virtue of compassion, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, yeah, she is giving you an intimacy of compassion towards common folk. Should be kept out of the line of fire.
Damn. That goes against my entire aesthetic.
Does it? She's just giving you an intimacy of prevent collateral damage to people. Don't be a man of steel.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanna kill people. Alright, but, okay, anything else that she is teaching?
Basically, pretty, a good understanding of realm society enough to blend in as a magistrate without, raising any eyebrows, unless they have crazy powerful social investigation mojo, which is a possibility, but this'll mean you could convincingly act as her to 99% of the realm army here.
Oh, also, okay, so, here's another question. Do you have any familiars that I have to worry about?
No.
It's them wanting me to stop. Okay. That's what I thought, but I still would rather ask to make sure that I don't say, oh yes, no, let me summon my helper here, and then, you know.
I will say the reason I am telling you all this, of course, is because I hate Prasad more than I believe in the Immaculate Texts. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And if you defeat them here, that means we could save all the people here from having tens of thousands of being displaced and having their local entire identities completely rewritten. Which is bullshit.
No, that's completely fair. Yes, no, I agree. Thank you. I knew I actually enjoyed you in a way of...
She raises an eyebrow.
Nice. I am trying to give you a compliment. I don't know how.
Well, that's why I'm teaching you here. Now, you have to be sure to raise this finger when you drink tea.
Is it the pinky, or is it the middle?
The pinky if it's hot tea, the middle if it's cold tea.
Got it! Okay. What about boba?
That's a complicated matter, depending on the shape of the glass. That will unfortunately take more time to explain the intricacies of boba consumption than we have before I miss the window for my next appointment. I have an exigent to meet and a super weapon to disarm.
Also, the other question that I would have is, where are you going so that I don't bump into you?
She's going to the hall. She's going to Parliament. It turns out that
does anybody know you're going to be there? That's the other question. Because I want to make sure that we don't do one of those situations.
No, this is a surprise visit.
Oh, I just bumped into you.
This is a surprise visit.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure because I don't want one of those where they suspect you of being an anathema.
No, I should note that there was a monk by the name of Shimmering Mantle that sent a report to the Immaculate Order regarding your general appearance. So they may or may not have whatever the one secret is you Lunars have that you can't hide on record.
I mean, he didn't notice me when I literally came to him and asked him to lift me up.
Oh no, that was a different monk.
Oh, different monk, okay.
Yeah, that one was fire, this one was wood aspect.
Fire in my laser?
5 elements. Fire, earth, wind, water, wood.
Oh, no metal?
Metal's part of earth.
Oh.
Sometimes it is, and sometimes it is. I just wanted to ask that. That was a genuine question.
Meanwhile, cutting back to the other characters to give the other members of the table something to do, we'll be doing intermittent cutting to keep people busy. Are you guys staying on the manse to assist Amir with construction and fortification and building work? Or are you headed back to are you headed back to the Maw of Cecelyne to help Nue prepare for the invasion?
Probably with Nue to help with the incoming invasion.
And I'm staying to help with construction.
Do I have any way to actually talk to the people over here? I don't think I do.
You could do a performance roll to emergency pray to them.
How about this? I am grabbing my straw to use as a cup phone, since it's an ever-elongating straw.
Give me a any attribute plus sagacity roll, difficulty 10.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm going to spend a moat.
And keep in mind, if you purchased that evocation I mentioned, it gives you the ropes. If you spend an additional moat.
Dang, only 8.
Wait! So, if you spend another moat, that means you could re-roll all the failed dice.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't buy that, so I can't.
Okay.
It's not ethical to do right.
Okay, in which case I could give you that. You do manage to extend it all of the way. Unfortunately, it starts getting weighed. Well, no, it gets weighed down by its own weight, so it dips underwater.
Okay, that's fair. I thought it could be funny.
So wait, no, you can. You just have to cup your hands over your mouth and do a really distorted voice.
Oh man.
Okay, I mean, I don't like that you're giving this to me, but okay.
Now, the difficulty here is this considered a comedic action?
Is it bad if it's considered a comedic action?
Yes, because that will trigger the end of joy again.
Oh no.
Is that permanent?
In this scene.
Okay.
Flush anywhere this character is present.
And would that be the case no matter what?
Yes. As long as you are within their AoE.
Dang, that was a bad idea to take this person. I'm stupid. I'm stupid!
Or you could take Nebula's bad fortune instead of die roll penalties.
What's that?
It just means something bad will happen to you in the future.
Narratively.
How far in the future?
Within the session.
Now, is the other one a permanent Great Curse?
It's not a great curse, it's -1 to the next roll, which gets worse every time it triggers, so this next one would be -2.
Oh,
and
goodness.
it's only good for the scene, then,
Yes,
right?
it wears off.
So basically just this session.
Yeah. This will allow you to do the funny comedy contact them roll, but someone knows and is very much not a fan of your stupid bullshit. Again, I as GM am fine with it.
You know what? I'll take the... I will take the bad thing happening instead. My bad. I thought... I'll just take the bad thing that's gonna happen to me in the next 10 seconds here.
No, next hour or so.
Okay, I'll take the bad.
Okay. You are able to...
My wife's alive? Go on.
So, what do you say to everyone else?
Oh goodness, I think Lythander's a fish again.
Right.
Oh, well, this is just underwater.
And get out of the water.
Oh, what? I can't put the...
I'm 5 Francis away!
Alright, try to pull...
Gavel is going to grab Lythander by the throat and drag him out of the water.
Well, you grab the straw.
Grab as a straw.
Well, yes, I grab the straw and get
your hand falls down because it weighs a ton.
Oh, great!
It is
awesome.
made of jade.
And Gavel's...
And it is Francis long.
Oh, goodness.
A straw the size of Rhode Island.
That is
Pretty much.
That is psychotic. Alright.
This is how it sounds, okay? This is the only form of communication I could... Yo.
Amira just walks up to
pretty
the phone and just says, "You could just pray to them, you know," and walks away.
This worked...
Down the wrong pipe.
That was just, no, that was just the connection. No.
Okay.
Oh,
Between the straw.
ping drop. Ooh.
Yeah, ping dropped. A shark hit it.
Oh, goodness. Gavel is going to frown and
Take
give
the straw with end.
Gavel is going to grab the straw.
Alright, you now have temporary custody of the ultimately useful tube. Did you forget that's what it was called?
Yeah, aren't you glad that I made this stupid thing so this actually has a bit of plot relevance?
I mean, you say you made
my
it, but
goodness.
this is a pre-existing exalted artifact. It's been there since first edition.
That's psychotic. Oh, goodness. Now, Lythander, what the fuck are you... What did you learn over there?
I learned that Liza is actually very good to me. And nice.
Okay.
Alright,
And...
hang on a second. I knew Carapace enough to translate. Liza may be amenable to cooperation, whoever Liza is, in regards to fending off the Wyld Hunt, if not directly.
Oh, also, Strider bad. They have non-Jade, but they are trying to bring
Sons of...
the
bitches.
Daleks!
Sons of bitches.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's fine.
I should be
It's fine.
I shouldn't be saying it.
Yeah, no, the end of Joy
I
is
just
very
thought
not
it was
amused, but I'm having a good time.
Oh, don't worry, she's gonna kill me. Actually, I should transform into her to see what
You
happens.
don't have her
Oh,
shape yet.
no.
I thought you said I did. Then whose shape did I take?
Generic boat captain.
Yet to be determined. Or yet to be revealed.
It's yet to be relevant.
Watch it be God.
Please,
The
no.
God of boats.
The god of boat.
The boat
The
exalted.
god of boats would
It's
be
the-
important enough that one, the god of boats would be important enough they would be up in Yushan instead of palling around in creation. Two, there actually is kind of a boat exalt. The god admirals of Kabakon.
The dip ship.
Yes.
I can't believe Medi, Carl, and Nick are in Exalted. PM's in Mushu?
Is PM in Shampur? No, I think PM would be one of those poor
No.
mortals stuck working in Yushan.
Yeah.
No, he's in Yushan, but he's Exalted.
Probably a dragon blood then.
Oh.
There is a small population of Deebs up there.
Huh.
Alright, anyway. Alright, he puts down the phone and he always makes it more complicated than it has to be, and I feel like that could backfire in a situation as delicate as this. Anyways, he's not going to give a straight answer. What do you think I should do to build this manse?
Alright.
You should.
Alright.
Okay, you should actually add. Basically, I am trying to say, please add a alchemical station and such.
Right, that's actually what he was about to say, is that the main usage of having a manse is it's a nexus for sorceress Mojo Jojo.
Okay.
And in fact, it can be used.
Here's what I'm-
Also, please spread my spores.
I actually have an idea, Rex.
Okay.
I actually have an idea. And this is something I learned from the fight with Liza. Okay. We're gonna need heavy artillery. But the artillery, our main enemies are flyers, and those are typically vulnerable to being targeted by high velocity projectiles. Now, the high velocity projectiles we're going to be firing at them are very special. I'm going to need to construct cannons that can fire the ocean at them.
Gavel is going
to use my mushrooms, please.
This is slowly slipping more and more into, I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Gavel's going to raise an eyebrow at the thought of firing the ocean itself.
Not even the most unhinged weapon I've seen in this game.
Oh my goodness sakes.
Exactly right.
Hey, talk to me about the time the sun was a giant fighting robot who knew Kung Fu. Not Sol Invictus, the god of the sun, the literal object.
Not even Sol Aureus, but that is a different tale.
Speaking.
That is so bizarre.
Okay, so
Sure.
now for the venture to let the other players have something to do while Korak is on his espionage trip.
Yes.
Gavel, I would like you to do a lead organization venture in order to
Ooh.
get set up for weather siege nightmare hellstorms.
Okay, what attribute, what ability?
Embassy and war.
Embassy and
Oh.
war. Well, I
What
certainly
is it good for?
in
Precisely
this case,
this.
absolutely everything.
Yes. What is it
Oh,
good
goodness.
for? This exact circumstance.
What is it good for? Yes.
I'm gonna spend a mode and use an excellency on my war. What attribute do you want from me for that? Any of them? Or
Fortitude.
do you... Fortitude? I can do fortitude. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, and then with that as well.
First difficulty is going to be funds and resources.
Please. 5 successes.
Yep, that's enough. Base difficulty 3, so that's 2 overflow successes. The first difficulty here is setting up shelters of... Initially, it seems like you don't have much to work with in terms of shaping things from raw reality. You kind of used up all the raw wild essence and energy here, and Lythander did put a curse of stability on the region to protect people from mutations.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Because I'm a good guy. Like
however,
that.
Nue is still working her own magic in terms of the boundary marking meditation, and through cooperating with her and directing all sorts of where various vines and trees and outgrowths of both growth and bone and weird animal skeletons you're fairly sure you've never seen before in creation that just keep popping up on this island. It's weird. You managed to construct plenty of shelters, underground bunkers, and hidden artillery bombardment zones
Oh, goodness.
alongside the Maw of Cecelyne for people to hide in and shoot, not necessarily in comfort, but in effectiveness and relative safety. So long as no one walks through the walls, because that is something Earth aspects can do.
Oh, great. That's terrifying.
Yeah, they can, in fact, Kool-Aid Man quite frighteningly easily.
Oh yeah.
Now, some potential benefits you could get from this is getting a temporary tertiary ally.
Okay. I mean, that's always nice. Especially since possibly...
Also, gain +1 to social rules to interact with a foreign institution whose trust you've won.
Yes, okay. Yes, let us...
I could give you an answer for that. Hell backing.
Yes, let's go! Let's do some hell backing!
Okay, so you get +2 to social roles in regards to petitioning Malpheus and the forces of hell for aid in regards to this venture to protect the enemies of to protect the chosen of the Yozi from the forces of creation who seek to bring low one of their champions, etc.
I'm gonna Gavel is going to get in a meditative position, and she's going to pray to her boss.
Alright, there's like 30 different Yozi. You have multiple bosses to pick from.
Yep. Whichever...
Hey boss, how you doing?
Whichever one that I would feel would be the most useful in either, I guess, either in combat itself or in prepping for defenses.
I actually have an answer for that. A third circle demon by the name of Jacinct, the road upon the tower.
Oh, hold on. Just synced. Okay.
Distinctor?
Oh no, the end of joy is triggered again! No, that only triggers for in-character actions.
The tower.
Otherwise, a Lythander would be rolling at 0 dice pool.
Oh no.
Well, no, I said I was going to take a bad thing happen.
Yeah.
Instead.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Distinct the road
Oh,
upon
the
the
bad thing
tower.
is you're just going to give me a 0 dice
Nope.
pool? Oh, okay. Well, I can't wait to be smited. Or my entire thing with becoming Eliza being completely worthless.
I already decided what it is, but you won't find out until your next scene.
Yes. Hello, Justings.
I'm gonna need you to roll to establish the connection, although you do have +2 dice on
Indeed.
this embassy step in regards to
Okay.
infernal support and protective magic weaving.
Okay, so embassy plus
Force.
Force. I'm going to spend a mode for an excellency on embassy.
With 2 dice from your last roll. This is
All
difficulty
right.
5.
So okay, so let me do the math. So 6. Okay, yes. All right. Nope. Come on, don't do the slash. All right, embassy, force, and 9 successes.
Oh, hello there. Do you like roads? Infernal, I think we've called you. Do you like roads? I like roads. Want to build some roads?
I was hoping you could make some roads, yes. Have you ever... Tell me, have you ever made roads in the sky before?
Oh yeah, it's not as common as roads on the earth because, those don't get good support and not as much traction. God, I don't think I've made a good sky road since the first stage. But anyway, yeah, I can make a good bunch of roads in the sky. What, you need to go build some good sky palaces or something?
Something like
I should know,
that,
this guy
yes.
is technically one of Gavel's bosses. Gavel is equal to a 2nd circle demon in Hell's hierarchy. This is a 3rd circle demon.
This is one of my big bosses.
Yes.
Metal Gear.
And you have activated his special interest.
Indeed.
This is to
I
remind
need
the audience that Exalted is a fictional world in which you are likely to get your boss to do something for you.
Yes.
Oh.
I can't believe that you just said the impossible. Row, fight the power. Touch the untouchable.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. I need you to make some roads that, can lead, such things like, I don't know, weather phenomenon, and have these roads get the weather phenomenon away from my position.
Oh,
Would
I know
that
what you're
be
talking about. Those
possible?
kinds of roads are called aqueducts.
Yes, those, exactly.
Bless you. Now technically aqueducts are someone else's department, but I know enough from spending time with them, having fuck fight murder duels to the death, that we have a little bit of experience, and unfortunately I'm still stuck down in Malpheus. I don't think I've been summoned to creation in thousands of years, but what I can do for you is through that little connection you got in the back of your skull, I can give you some good road schematics through there, and some of them will be a little bit self-building through some of my own magic and mojo chucked in.
That would be of great appreciation.
So what this means is that all of from the 4 overflow successes, all of the, there's going to be a -4 penalty applied to all weather stratagem directly directed at Cecelyne's Maw.
Let's go, Mamma Mia, he's on a roll tonight!
The floating, self-perpetuating sapient aqueducts snaking their way throughout Cecelyne's Maw. Reminder, demons and exalted aren't necessarily evil. They are weird as shit.
Yep. They're just weird little dudes.
Weird little road cryptid.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, he has a special interest. Good on him.
Yeah, this is just like when...
Not everybody
This is just like how Korak kept talking about Kamen Rider endlessly for several years before I decided to finally watch it.
And then
And
you
now
got
I
it.
understand.
And you got into the pit as well.
Yeah, instead of Rider pilling someone through Shin Kamen Rider, just shows them planes, trains, and automobiles.
I mean,
Oh,
hey,
Yeah, heard it's good.
man alive.
It's on my list somewhere. Alright, now back to Lythander.
yes.
The second step of the infiltration venture, now that you've gotten into the city without detection, as I scroll back up to the relevant section of the venture sheet. There's, even if you're going in disguise as Liza is of course not supposed to be here, so you're going to need to be careful in how you infiltrate, and they are already on guard against lunar infiltrators. That's Wyld Hunt standard operating procedure when they're hunting lunars. They know how to look for imposters. They are in fact playing Among Us. So, base difficulty 5, your choice of performance or stealth to roll with.
I am going to use performance. I am going to use my excellency in performance here as well. And I am going to act as much as Liza as possible, seeing men and telling them, and basically woman-splaining, saying, "Go fetch me a tea."
She actually didn't.
Girl bossing.
Yeah, girl bossing. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and give a stunt.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, let's go. That is 9 successes.
Then I get 2d10
Yep.
here.
Never
For the stunt.
stop gambling.
Gambling. Oh, almost.
Nope. Okay, but hey.
9 is still
No,
good.
that-
Based
yeah, 9 is still
difficulty 5, so you pass with...
Let's go for overflow, baby.
Let me read you this, what some of that overflow can get you. Give a mark a temporary minor tie for you.
What does that mean, if I may ask?
You win someone in the
Like
scene's
a-
trust, and they get a minor intimacy towards you.
Okay,
Or you
I'll
could,
do that.
or you could reduce someone's resolve by -2.
Oh my goodness.
Who's resolve?
I'll read that in under this
Did I
scene.
meet Alright, do you mind if I wait until I
Yeah, sure.
hear the rest of the scene?
Yeah.
Because it's one of those where my brain's like, oh, the resolve doesn't seem that good in the grand scheme of things if I don't know who I'm equipping it
Now, I
with.
will ask, you're going in as Liza, I'm assuming, then?
I'm going in as Liza. I'm doing everything in my power to act like Liza. I am basically Liza after she taught me how to.
Yeah, after the half hour needed to apply the finest in realm makeup. It is a ludicrously complex procedure.
Good on her. She looks
Mhm.
great.
You completely
Yeah.
go in flawlessly. I don't think even... I'm gonna have the person inside roll to see if they could beat that with their 12 die. Probably not, but let's at least roll to see if...
Who
Yep.
knows?
Let's see. 9 successses. Oh
Defenders
my
win
goodness.
ties. And Korak is defending in this case.
Nice. That was actually bad. I can't believe they actually got the same number. That's scary.
Terrifying.
That was also scary.
Bad thing happened. You lose 1, even though I'm trying to act seriously.
Nope,
here.
bad thing is a narrative effect, not dice related.
Oh, okay.
The bad thing will happen
Okay.
in this scene, though. So, the second you enter that building, you sense that presence of dread that's been following you since the harbor gets stronger as you're walking into the Parliament headquarters. Where Liza said
Yes.
she'd be. Liza is instead following a different lead, and you're currently meeting with a different monk than who was spoken with earlier. Yes, General Malik is right this way, madam.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was supposed to. Did I know the name of the general who I was supposed to meet
Yeah,
with?
she told you that.
Alright, I was supposed to meet with General...
Malik.
What happened? Oh, okay, I was supposed to meet Malik. Okay.
He should be finishing up with his meditations right this way. Please mind the anathema we have tied up in the main room. He can't hurt you with those manacles on him. We're quite sure.
Oh my goodness.
Lythander's hatred towards slavery is proccing.
Hey, yo, this fucking sucks. It's me. I'm an anathema, and I'm speaking my mind.
That actually is being heard diegetically.
By,
Not from Aura, from someone in the side room.
Oh my goodness.
Lythander is very close to breaking them now, or breaking character and just trying to get these people out. Because
There is a man in a solid jade cell, not too far from the building where you're currently at. The sound is incredibly muffled and honestly very hard to make out, but there's a man who you could only describe as the greasiest person you've ever seen.
In a good way or a bad way?
Bad.
Oh.
like Alan Rickman if he were double.
Oh.
And he has been stripped down to his small clothes, his boxers. He is bound via a set of jade manacles, and there is a red jade and what appears to be a collar strapped around his neck.
Do I see any caste symbols on
You do briefly see a cast symbol of a Mirror of Aura's cast symbol flicker.
Oh.
Okay, it's one of those where if it was a moon, I would probably.
Nope. It is brass and green.
Also, fuck.
No, infernal, like Gavel's.
Like mine.
Said aura.
Well, no, it's the Mirror of Auras, but he's an infernal like Gavel.
Oh, okay.
He's the infernal equivalent of the Eclipse cast.
Yep. Okay.
I'm a frog.
Although the odd thing is, he winks at you as you pass by.
Sorry, it's a nervous tick.
None desu ka?
Scared.
Didn't know you'd be playing a surprise character, did you, Chills? Well, it's not just you.
Oh no.
Eh?
Oh shit. Could this be?
Perhaps. Perhaps you'll be drawing art of this person at some point soon.
Ooh.
Oh.
Mamma mia.
He has esoteric powers to manipulate promises and whatnot. He won't be able to do so. The second that he steps out of line, will blow his fucking head off. Now, in this room here, yes, it's the new exigent. What did you say your name was? Akil!
That's my name.
Yes, Mr. Akil. No, this one's played by me, not you.
Oh. Ignore me, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, there is a very scrawny young man, the most beanpole twink that you could get in the setting as... What's wrong?
Oh no, just that description killed me. You're fine.
He appears to be working on a Senate on the central Senate chamber that all of the chairs and fancy batches of office where they normally debate laws have been moved out, and a giant robot has been placed in there instead.
Is this the bad thing?
Nope.
No.
This is the War Strider that was mentioned. It appears to be made of adamant. Made out of solid super diamond.
Oh no. That can't be good.
Unlike the Soul Steel War Strider that was only half complete, this appears to be a full operating unit. It has cannons the size of cars stapled to its arms.
Oh shit.
It's a long-range artillery platform, it looks like.
Yep.
How long before that gets operational? Probably a week or two. So we won't, not in time for the attack, but hopefully in time to mop up the stragglers, yeah. Are you sure we need to fire this on the civilians too? Yes, unfortunately we're quite sure.
And why is that?
It's the only way to take down the anathema. We have to burn those orphanages,
That's
you
so
see.
small.
You know.
You don't. Unless you're burning down anathema children?
Oh, that thankfully doesn't happen. The demons only ever possess adults for some reason.
Thinking back to the child that we almost killed with the shark.
That was a dragon blood.
I was about to say that.
They exalt during
child
puberty, so...
Yeah. Child, quote-unquote, compared to, like, us.
Yeah, celestial exaltations only go for adults.
Okay.
It is terribly tragic and unfortunate, but we are going to have... Collateral damage is unavoidable when fighting...
Billions must die.
Yeah, that's what this monk is jabbering on about.
There's a strangely high amount of characters in the past 2 episodes who seem to be completely willing to just sort of open fire on civilians just to get rid of their enemies.
They're not so different, you and them.
If I had a nickel for every dude who decided that billions must die, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
It's deeply weird and uncomfortable, yes.
Oh, goodness.
At some point in the building, you pass by a point where the dread is at its worst. A janitor's closet.
Oh no.
But you continue.
That's
But
scary.
the monk continues passing by, paying it no mind. Oh, they have to do better
I
cleaning.
will do the same.
They have to do better cleaning around here. That new hire, where the hell is she most of the day? She should be doing her anyway.
Oh no, she's the one who doesn't like any funny business, and she's in the janitor's closet.
Now, is it correct saying that, or is it Lythander?
That's correct.
Okay, that's an important distinction for now. Okay, so you are led into a temporary office setup where a austere, tall gentleman with a beard going all the way down to his chest. He appears to be early middle-aged, although with exalts that probably means he's only in his first few hundreds.
Okay.
He is wearing the same jade armor that was described to you, and in fact, you do recognize this is the man Gentle Glow described. This is one of the people who went to El Dorado and lived to tell the tale. He is wearing the exact same multicolored jade armor that was described. He is currently polishing Geresvin,
Paul's just saying
the second circle demon spear. It's just lying on a chair, and he is polishing it.
Lythander is taking notes of where these items are so he can steal them later.
Best of luck with that.
I have decent stealth, I can do it.
You could try.
Don't tempt me.
Ah, Liza. Okay, good. You're here.
Yes, how may I help? Yes, how may I help? Or, no, not how may I help. Blah, no. Blah! Brain forgot this was the person I was meeting. Go on, DM.
General Malik, we could refer to. His technical title is Dragon Lord Bawaro Akbar Malik, but General Malik will suffice.
Okay. I was about to say something terrible.
What, were you comparing him to the Fire Lord?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Avatar is the #1 inspiration for all Dragon Blood games.
Let's go.
Okay.
And basically all major dynastic families have dynamics eerily similar to Zuko's entire family tree. Alright, so the door is closed behind you as the monk excuses himself. So the anathema. We know the basic deals about them. We know that there's at least 4 of them, 2 lunars, a solar, and some weird green entity. What do you know about her? She's the current major unknown.
I will lie through my teeth about Gavel saying that she is a celestial.
Well, she technically is a celestial exalt, but...
I know.
Okay. Are you going to apply that -2 resolve to him?
Yes.
That lowers his resolve from 4 to 2?
Oh my goodness, the best lies always have
Lies.
a bit of truth in them.
Yeah. So, do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead. Performance.
Performance?
Yep.
Oh, let's go.
Any attribute?
Force.
Damn you.
It's still performance.
It's still difficulty 2, because his resolve is 2.
Please.
1, 2.
That is
So
already a
that's
2, but
5.
3, 4.
3, 4, 5.
Yep.
What is it with me in 5s?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna complain. 5s seem to be good. I'm not knocking 5s, but
Some of my best friends are 5s.
Don't worry.
I mean, that's fair.
Don't worry. I'm a 5 out of 10. Anyways.
I don't know about that, Alto.
Oh my
Have
goodness.
You seen yourself, Trevor?
Okay, as a quick note, he actually pauses midway through that description. Okay, if you're describing her as a celestial, I need you to clarify one very important detail.
Yes.
There is mention occasionally in the immaculate texts of wandering stars that assist in the war against the anathema. Are you saying one of them has gone turncoat?
I wouldn't say turncoat. It's that the brain work. What is the best way of saying that they were kind of tricked and coerced
Corrupted?
/ forced? Corrupt? No, well, not really corrupted, but kind of forced against their will. Listen, I'm trying to make them not target Gavel at all.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, but you could give some other degree of japery, perhaps making her... convincing her that she has a different skill set and focus, perhaps, than what she does.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Deceive them.
That she is based on healing.
Okay.
That do not worry about her at all. She just heals from the back.
I see, so physician type. Well, wouldn't you be sure to bring... It's a good thing we brought counters for that, then. The Shikari will be able to use that horrifying wood aspect charm to plow right through.
Oh, is there anything that... A question, is there anything that can negate Alexandrite? Or whatever that...
Adamantine.
Adamantine?
I think.
You were able to take down a War Strider earlier in Act 2.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, say that
2.
they also absorb adamantite, so that's not a good thing to use, since it would be worthless.
Look.
The best counter for a War Strider is another War Strider.
What's better than 1 Worst Rider? 2 Worst Riders.
I'm just trying to make it so that they think that, oh shoot, if we use the War Strider, it's going to be absorbed.
You mean like the Gal?
Kinda. Except that you won't get the materials back, and it just makes the other person stronger.
Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. It's a good thing it's a long-range artillery, so we don't need to worry about that. If we had proceeded with our original plan, that would be an issue. But thankfully, in some ways, the anathema making us reconsider our plans was a boon. Now,
is there any more things I can lie and hot chip about?
In regards to potential allies you've gathered, Sky Sundering Shadow has already agreed to help you in exchange for fallen souls, and it might be within the realms of possibility to found wherever the fuck, Spider drops in the ocean.
That's right.
Oh, there's also, I will say, you should also try to search the oceans, because there was a mysterious fifth of them that might be walking towards us as a group.
And he's in the ocean,
Spiders.
and he hasn't drowned, you say.
That is correct.
Now, was he alive when that happened? Because we have heard reports about the Thorns type of anathema, that they die, but they get back up and are possessed by the demon the second they die, and they become horrifyingly powerful. Is it that type of situation?
Yes, no, it's that type of situation.
Noted. I'll go call our Golden Janissary specialist, then.
Very good. Lythander is just happy since he wants to kill Spider for the betrayal. Yeah. No one betrays Lythander. No one. Not even our DM will live.
Oh no.
As a brief moment, there is something I wanted to review with you, is that we were able to secure the services of a certain asset's familiar in regards to early scouting, as we hear that one of the anathema may have a connection to the entity in question, and he reaches into a chest. Alright, you can wake up now, go ahead and transmit your consciousness or whatever. He brings out a hand. Your daughter's hand. That's the bad thing. That's the shoe dropping.
Uh-oh.
It's even wearing the same ring you gave her as a child. That's a birthday
The plot
present.
thickens.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
You see Lythander
Spit.
Almost very close to breaking.
Do not
If I see that
flinch.
for a second, then. Makito.
Malik. But yes, it's
I meant Malik, my brain.
Yeah, it's fine. You
right
just
now.
got
That was
a major
just...
plot twist has just happened. I understand.
Well, no, he might have said that, or Lythander might have
Yeah.
said that.
Now this is
Not thinking.
Now this is not quite an anathema, but an X factor in the region who appears to be a fairly powerful adventurer, hero, woman, wanderer, based somewhere near Palanquin. Red Hand Rebirth
So why do we
is
why do we have Red Hand Rebirth's hand?
because she was able to promptly replace the hand with a second one and control this one remotely.
I see.
The hand comes to life.
Lythander holds the hand. Okay, does Lythander get
Yes.
the hand? Lythander softly strokes the hand with stealthily.
Okay. You're going to want to be careful. There's some delicate essence meridians there that could attack you if you stroke the wrong way.
I see.
It's hard to tell because the hand doesn't have eyes, but you can swear it's looking at you. Oh no, wait, it does have an eye in the palm. Pale man style. That's weird. Stares at you for a second and then returns to looking around the rest of the room.
Do I think that it recognized me?
No.
Oof.
I know, right?
That is the bad
Oh.
thing.
Yeah. Well, no, that was all.
Lythander.
The bad thing is that she's here in any factor, not that she didn't recognize you. I mean, also, you're wearing someone else's face right now.
You know how fans
Yeah.
works. But yeah,
Now, she
Okay.
can channel a portion of her power through this portion of herself, and when the time comes, she may be able to. She gets power from the corpses of the fallen, as disgusting and as unclean as that is. I'm a dragon cast myself, so I can't. I physically can't touch body parts like that. It's spiritually impure, but.
Gross.
We're willing to have whatever vultures
Sure.
pick through the Karen if it means victory against the unclean.
I see. Lythander is not really thinking at the moment.
Okay.
But
The
continue
other
on.
issue mentioned here is in regards to the plans for after they are dealt with. I wanted to know your schedule for how long you were going to remain in this region because we plan on expanding. I don't wish to step on your toes.
Lythander is kind of thinking, doesn't that go against what you agreed with us about? For why would you need to expand? And like he's trying to formulate memories to not sound
Right,
like
right.
he's a fake.
Right. And
Like I'm trying to go
yeah,
through
and
the
for
memories there.
those crazy amount of successes, you do get a coherent enough answer to lead the conversation along. See, that's the issue, is that this actually isn't part of this isn't this isn't our satrapy expanding. This is the Wyld Hunt continuing its mission.
That sounds like you're saying that you're just using the Wyld Hunt as an excuse at this point to expand.
I am not the one in charge of making the policy decisions.
I can understand that, but you might have a vote.
Unfortunately, we don't. Currently, on the minds of all of those in Prasad is who gets to be the next Rani satrap, given that the heir to the throne went missing some months back.
Lythander is marking that down in his brain. Continue.
And there is also that actually is related to what I was going to discuss you about in regards to, and he points at the hand again. We've received reports of another such in the region. We found the hand of the prince.
Oh no.
Not the rest of him.
Do you think that he has captors?
The issue is that he was provided with one of the royal heirlooms that does allow a green jade suit of armor that allows for regeneration of severed limbs, so it's possible that he's...
I mean, that's still painful, and it is more effective for a character to send body pieces.
That is true.
That is Lythander's sixth sadistic side coming
Yeah.
out there.
However, there is also the issue of what if one of them, another one of those liminals? Liminals, sir. Right.
Liminals?
Right. Are they anathema? Well, the texts don't mention them anywhere, but they're giant undead hulking monstrosities, so maybe. Well, as long as she's helping us fight the Wyld Hunt, I'm not counting that one as an anathema. It's a case-by-case basis. Yes, sir? No, one of them may be using his body as fuel for something, is my concern. Now, I understand.
That is a scary
Now, I
thought.
understand you have a hearth, so I would request that you send the messages down towards them, and if any other information comes regarding the prince's whereabouts, please let us know.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, thank you for the information regarding whatever secrets they have hidden up their sleeves. Unfortunately, as competent and as effective as you are, you would only know so much, so I have other sources to check in on now regarding this matter.
And may I ask those other sources, just out of curiosity?
I'm gonna have him make an integrity roll.
You're having him make an integrity
Yes.
roll, or do you want me to?
Against arcane fate, and he succeeds. Oh, that's... Hang on a minute. The woman in the janitor's closet. She was some sort of monk, but... Oh no, she's one of those agents, isn't she? The fact that I remember this means that the encounter did not go as she expects, but... I'm going to need you to keep a secret, but we have an agent of heaven here in the building.
That secret is safe with me.
Very good. And she has... It is possible that she is accompanying the Shikari in their mission, and may in fact be on the front lines. I don't remember too much about her appearance, but I know she is old. I don't think I need to explain the older someone is, the more...
The stronger
Yes. Out of character. This is a wuxia setting. We know what we're doing. Anyone who's lived that long, especially when you're thousands of years old, like sidereals can get.
Oh, shit. It's another sidereal.
Agent of heaven.
Aww.
Why must they always be getting in my way?
Why do they always have to be racist?
Funny you mention that, but we'll come back to that later. I have Oh no!
We even saved one soul, and they were racist to us.
I don't think that one was racist to you so much as pointing out that this is a really bad idea to just be lugging around the Heart Eater corpse parts everywhere you go. Let me put that in a box. Let me send it to our top men. Who? Top men.
Why would you want men to top you?
Anyway!
I mean...
I think he's talking about tops as in, like, the toy.
Who, me?
Top men.
Okay.
Toy.
That's not a
Alright,
thing.
unfortunately... Okay. Be wary of her, though, because I'm fairly certain she has her own agenda, not part of the Wyld Hunt. Even if she's on our side, I worry that...
Oh no, I 100% agree with you on that. It's always best to keep an air of caution against
And
those,
try and...
especially those who hold
Word
secrets.
of caution, keep things as serious as you can. Usually a lot of the men and women we've accompanied keep jokes, because when you're hunting demons, you have to keep morale up somehow.
That's the only way.
Horrible things have been happening to everyone who's so much as cracked a smile around here.
I see. Lythander is shook.
So be careful in regards to what you say, because I'm fairly certain that she's behind it. Well, any other information comes to mind, I will send you a wind-carried words on the matter. Note, the wind-carried words would go to the real Liza!
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, I must...
Lythander is sitting here like, okay.
Now, unfortunately, I must take my leave.
Okay, dude.
And then he turns in the water and rains out the window.
Okay, dude!
If he just immediately dissolves into a cloud, flies out the window, and rains himself 10 stories down. You see him rematerialize on the ground floor. The hand is still there. Rifling through some documents. The hand is going to roll to resist you. Make a Force plus Athletics check.
Athletics check.
Force plus athletics. Correct! This is me, the Great Gazoo, telling you to roll good!
I don't have a good
Seven
so-
successes. Oh wait, 7 successes from the DM, I presume.
Force plus, what was it?
Athletics, yeah.
Please.
I need 3 tens.
It's rated E10 and up.
Nope.
Aw.
Unfortunately, that hand
It has hands, okay.
the hand starts rapidly sweating. It is in fact becomes so sweaty you cannot hold on to it, and it slips out of your grasp.
Oh my goodness.
Scuttles down the hallway, Adam's Family style.
I miss you.
Who? That's a joke. All right. Any other information you want to ask while you're in the enemy HQ?
I would like to ask if I could get a good look at the
War Strider.
at the War Strider.
Okay. Passing by the spooky zone closet again. Anything you want to do now that you have the reign of the place and are facing the closet?
Is there anything in the closet?
You open it up and it doesn't seem like there's anything in there.
Is there anything nearby the War Strider?
There's the exigent technician working on it. Oh, Magistrate, please excuse me.
Yes. I just came to see your work.
Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure about this business in terms of structural integrity. Like, the casing here seems like it's designed to overcharge the weapon.
Which is not good. You never want to overcharge weapons.
No, especially given where it's going to be fired. It might catch a lot of shampoo in the backwash.
Which is not good.
I think this might be designed to cause ecological damage, too.
So, I know we're hunting the anathema, and I know it's something that we shouldn't worry as much about. But with all the damage that can happen, I feel like we need to maybe tone that down a bit. Or, not tone it down completely, but have it so that it processes into a fine stream.
Make a finesse plus performance roll, difficulty 2.
Let's go, performance.
That's a 5.
Don't worry, we'll have something for Aurora to do in this session at some point soon. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm just eating Kit Kats and feeling very cool.
3
Let's
successes.
go. Oh my goodness, it was difficulty 2, so...
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm okay with passing.
That disease as a weapon plan is absolutely disgusting, you're right. I... Tell you the truth, it's not even part of this War Strider. One of the head Shikari monks, she has this plan to taint all of the troops' food supply, the anathemas, I mean, at once, causing them to starve to death in a matter of weeks.
But what about that? I forget.
The problem is it would affect beyond the anathema.
Yes, but what about that moon? That moon anathema.
Anua?
Then they normally have more medical possessions that could cure that, though. So it could always end up being a one-sided thing for us still, of where only the innocent suffer.
You raise a good point, but unfortunately, I don't have the ear of the head monk while you do.
That's fair, but let's think
Ma'am, you're
talk to them.
correct, but you're in a better position to convince them than I am.
Yes, but you're in a position.
It's already because they only consider dragon bloods to be real exalts.
Oh, he's not a dragon.
No, he's an exigent.
Oh, okay. Yes, but you're also the one who's working here, and I will grant you my protection if something were to, let's say, happen.
That actually will make a pretty big difference as he turns to look at you for the first time in this conversation. He focuses his attention entirely on the War Strider, and his face is all the veins on his body appear to look like roads. Like, instead of capillaries and veins, it instead appears to be little paved street pathways carrying blood through his body.
Okay, that's actually really cool, but it's one of those where since I'm in the body, I'm going to... Also, this is something that I think Liza would actually do,
Yeah, this is in character.
Yeah. So I don't think she would be upset if she got a message saying that this happened.
Yeah.
She'd probably be like, oh shit.
You did something I was going to do
anyway.
Why
is he like me? Yeah. Why are you like me? Is that why you stole my face? Oh no!
To be a better me?
Not to be a better me, but two of me now? That could actually work it out to my advantage. What the hell?
Okay, I'll do what I can. I will raise a petition among the... Magistrate, you wouldn't happen to have a bird familiar, would you? Those tend to help catch people's eyes in Parliament a lot more often, and even if you can't convince the Wyld Hunt, you could convince all of us who are assisting with this war efforts to not use that weapon.
Pedro pops out of the bottom of the skirt, or the bottom. Does Liza normally wear a skirt? A dress. Pedro pops out of between the dress.
Okay, well, a bird is better. A chicken is better than nothing. Unfortunately, some of the conservative factions in Parliament are quite speciesist in regards to which bird familiar you've bonded with. They will consider a chicken as lowly, but that should convince enough people.
Pedro seems to, before he gets a very good look, Pedro now looks like a hawk.
It's one of those hybrid animals, isn't it? A hawk bird.
No, before he can actually see.
Okay. The Omni bird.
Yeah.
I must have blinked. Oh, is that a red tail? Lovely. Yeah, that should help catch some good eyes and voices. Have you considered taking the citizenship right here, Liza? You might be able to own property here. Get a nice vacation home.
That actually sounds very nice.
I'll set you up with that. Here, hang on a moment. And he gives you a token made of his essence to petition for citizenship in a nice villa later.
Lythander is just sitting here like, I own this War Strider now.
No, it's not for the War Strider. It's for a house in the city.
I know, but Lythander's brain went to, I have bamboozled everyone here.
Also, you don't have access to this guy's face.
Does he know?
No.
I am spending a moat to get his intimacies.
How many?
Just one.
Okay.
I'm not rude. Because it doesn't steal their memory, right? It just lets me have part of their memory.
It's copy, not steal.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
do they know that it's copied is my other question.
Cloudsteerer Akil, his intimacy towards the city of Madara, protectiveness.
Okay.
I will
is there any other one? Such as for War Strider mechanic?
That's not an intimacy, that's a skill set.
Oh.
That you do have a bit more of a better understanding of this specific War Strider, though. It was forged in part from studying the designs of a weird organic megastructure Malik found at the bottom of the ocean a century back. Remember when I mentioned the brain of Aurora?
Yes.
This is designed from studying the brain of a dead Incarna.
Oh. I wish I knew what that meant.
Luna is an Incarna, for reference. The sun is an
Oh!
Incarna.
Okay, that's what I thought, but...
The Incarna are the strongest gods. There's 7 of them left. There used to be more. The other 5 Incarna are all the Sidereal's bosses. Meanwhile, back at the manse... Aura, what are you up to?
We're, essentially I've decided to start working with Amir on the primary defenses of this, of the manse. We're talking artillery to keep away the, the aerial forces that are going to be comprising most of the offensive, most of the invading army. And we're talking measures against potential artillery designed to take out our artillery. We're talking perhaps even some kind of motor engine to turn the damn thing into a battleship. Some kind of additional engine to allow us to treat the island, the man's island itself, as a battleship so that I can control it.
Mm.
And navigate around ranged attacks.
Perhaps, yeah.
And also, yeah. And this is all basically working under the assumption that most of the primary force sent after us is wind dragon. Is like wind based.
Right.
Considering thinking about how Liza's the fight with Liza was won by channeling the power of the sea to engage in the rivalry between wind and water.
Yes, which is a long argument over whose jurisdiction snow falls under in heaven. Yes, that's a legitimate setting cornerstone is. The argument over who gets charge over ice and snow, wind or water.
So that's mainly the idea. And yes, the cannons are designed to fire seawater, essentially.
It's been a long time since I've spoken with another solar one-on-one, Amir says. And as he's doing this, he is working with his bare hands to Minecraft-style chop wood down, carve troughs and trenches, build shit. He's using Artisan Needs No Tools he could use any kind of tool, his hands substitute for that. Even working with, raw molten metal.
Right.
And he is further stacking that with quickening the forge supreme perfection of style to speed what should be taking stories worth of effort to accomplish in a couple sessions. In terms of mass construction. He is committing 4 motes to do all of this at once.
Come to think of it, we really haven't talked much at all since our first meeting. Nice to sit around and chat for a while.
That was when I was using the disguise, so I gotta ask, what made you light up?
What made me light up? Shoot.
Yeah, for me it was taking down this real bad motherfucker in the underground. He was trying to brainwash everyone with memories of this fake reality. Content warning for gaslighting, we're talking about the Gentimians again briefly. This one asshole came in trying to brainwash everyone to say he'd clear the city of crime and corruption in this other reality, which is not how time works, I'm pretty sure. He tried to brainwash everyone, and I held on to my sense of self amid all of the mindfuckery bullshit he was doing, and then I started glowing. And then I cut his throat up from behind when he wasn't looking, and snapped everyone out of the bullshit he was selling him.
Right. Well, to be honest, mine's not super glamorous, but I think I'd have it. I think it was back when I struck that deal and expanded my chain across into the. Did I say underworld or did I say hell?
Hell.
Obvious. Yeah. When I managed to slot one of my restaurants in hell. It was a long process. Took a lot longer than I honestly thought it would at the time. I was a lot more arrogant back then. Must have awakened something in me, I guess. But certainly helped me strike more deals along the way.
Well, I've heard of worse reasons Saul picks people. I've heard one guy got his spark just from looking down at the city and realizing it could be better. From his opulent princely palace. Hey, Gavel, what about you? When do you light up?
So, it was, I believe it was when I punched a hole in a priest's chest and crushed his heart in front of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of a couple of... That's usually more of the Dawn style way to wake up to justice, but you've been run through all the weird hell shit, so what do I know? Pass that hammer.
She tosses the hammer over.
By the way, we're more. I'm on the holler with a bunch of with my supplier. Let me know what else you're going to be needing for the construction. These plans are complicated, so I expect. So don't you worry about material cost. I'm pretty sure I can get what you need. Relative quickness.
The main concern here is that this isn't going to be directly in the line of fire. They're attacking the Maw, I think is the name, and this is like a side objective we'd be using to pepper them from afar.
Right.
So we need to get the weapons complete first before anything else to try and pick off whatever fleets they have. And the issue here is that it might not just all be by air. They probably have a navy coming too.
True. Then again, if there's one thing that's pretty good at sinking ships, it's the ocean.
True.
And Lythander.
Have you considered contacting any of the ocean gods? Well, I say that, but that's literally what got Shampur in the place it is today. Is they asked for help from gods of the sea to repel Prasad, and then they ended up taking over.
Right. Well, I'm sure I can talk my way into a nice deal. Could be something to work toward, at least, while this construction process takes hold. How do I even get in contact with the god of the ocean anyway?
Prayer?
Makes sense. Makes a better sense than anything else, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I've heard. I remember enough from previous lives. Prayer's money up there.
Ugh. Everybody needs money. I guess everybody's got all kinds of money. All right. So, although I have to ask, more than what made you, what started making you glow. What keeps you glowing these days, Amir? Let me see if I can rephrase that. What keeps you going these days? What do you fight for?
People to be free from tyrants reaching over them. The current end goal is trying to knock Tempe Meshu off her high horse and give the city back to humans.
Pretty respectable. Brick
It's a
by
pretty
brick.
good way. I was pretty far along those ways until that shiny white asshole came in from out of town and started bodyjacking people.
Right. I'm sure glad nobody decided it would be a great idea to send that guy back to life.
And then who I thought was my partner ended up backstabbing me for... I don't want to talk about it.
I get you.
What about that?
He's...
What about me backstab?
The other one, yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Ram.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're short on time, so we can save deep interpersonal monologues for later. For now... And now is when we cut back to Lythander, probably. Is there anything else you want to investigate? There is probably one more step on escaping before... There is one more step in the venture of... You've got all the information you need, basically. Now you just need to do extraction. Yes.
Of getting out, basically, or... So
Basically,
all the
yeah.
information I
If
need,
there's anything,
right?
any other questions you have, ask him now.
The only questions that I can think of are... let's see. Who do they plan on having run the War Strider?
They don't plan on having the Exigent run the War Strider. It's a little...
But those would be the best people to run it, since they know it. Like, or the reason I'm trying to push that we might be able to have a... Oh, hey, yeah, no, let's help these guys. Instead, into betrayal.
Yeah, it's a good plan, but unfortunately they're not letting him pilot it.
If only there was something... If only we knew somebody...
Actually,
who was smart
no.
enough to do
There is a
something
bit of
about that.
surprise. I'm surprised she didn't get in touch with you. Isn't she your hearthmate, ma'am? See Strider Leah. She's going to be piloting it.
Oh!
She
did
odd.
not,
She
actually.
mentioned wanting revenge against all those people who murdered
That is
her
odd.
familiar. Now, this one wasn't Lythander's fault.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I tried to save.
Yeah, she's not going to be after you in the War Strider.
It's gonna be me and Nora.
Because if I remember
Specifically
correctly,
me.
well, I was going to
Yeah.
say specifically you. I'm not sure. I think
Yeah,
Nora
that's
was still
pre-transition.
Adam at the time.
Either way.
So
God.
sorry, Devil, you're going to die.
I may as well just
Well-
call this episode Consequences as a title.
Yeah, that is what is occurring as consequences for Gavel being super mad at the kid with the shark and literally curb stomping the shark's skull
In front of her.
in front of her. Oh my goodness.
In fact,
So,
I think that's why she named
yeah.
it the All-Piercing Jaw. Is the name
Oh.
of this particular artifice.
I seest.
Lythander remembers trying to revive the shark. I failed at
Its
that.
head was in a
Um,
separate place from its body.
That doesn't mean I couldn't.
Usually it does.
Off in the distance, Gavel just suddenly sneezes
Mhm.
once.
Oh, sorry, I must have kicked up a lot of dust sawing this log in half. With my bare hands.
No
I should really
worries.
use a shovel.
It's quite fine.
Oh, before I forget, we need to have the final roll for the preparation venture from Aura and Gavel. Aura, you might want to take this
Oh-ho.
one, given that you haven't done a roll this entire session yet.
Yes,
True.
please.
Let's get it.
Destiny is in your hands.
You have the schematics for the road. Now comes an embassy check to coordinate building the storm-protecting aqueducts.
All right.
Finesse is the attribute.
Ah,
Destiny is in your hands.
I'll go ahead and...
With destiny in hand.
Now, is it Lythander singing that or Korak?
All right, that's a 4.
Korak is singing. Korak is singing the
Okay,
Funny
just
Sonic
making
song.
sure.
Yes.
That's gonna be a 4 6. That's gonna be 4 successes. I could try to emergency stunt if that is not enough.
Would I also be able to assist with giving Aura any additional dice by any
this
means?
would be at least a difficulty 7 roll, so
Whoa!
an 8 action would be appreciated.
Yes, absolutely. What do you want me to do?
Embassy or war?
I will gladly do war. Can I do an
What
excellency
do I
with that?
Yep.
do?
I will gladly do that. Okay. So war it is. Let's see. So and any attribute or finesse?
Any attribute.
Okay. Okay, cool. Please give you a lot of dice. 7 successes.
Hey,
Okay,
you would have
Aura-
succeeded in my place.
Aura, roll 4 more dice.
Okay, before I emergency stunt. Let's see. Okay, that's 2 more. I'm still gonna need 1 more success.
Please.
What are you gonna do for an
please.
emergency stunt for building your sky
Emergency
roads?
stunt.
Right, building a sky roads, and the building the sky roads is for what exactly?
Diverting the
For-
weaponized storms they were gonna be sending after you.
Yeah. Make the super highway.
Shit, this is complicated because I wanna try and get the bonus intimacy virtue. So I'm trying to word this as nice as I can. Aura is so dejected and opposed by the idea of conflict, of war, of the idea that one would attempt to curb even the weather itself towards the purpose of pointless violence. That the very soul of the labor is imbued. That her very soul is imbued unto the labor to negate meaningless tragedy.
Okay.
Because she wants to build plowshares, not armies.
Oh, this is using 100 Venom Stinger's bullshit against him. Nice.
Yes.
Please?
Sweet Lord, give me strength.
Full of grace.
Hey, got it.
That's enough.
Let's go.
We can
Hey,
Let's
Oh.
go.
continue to win.
Yeah,
Let's
this is
go.
also like a side
Hey.
usage of tugging on the strings of fate that you're using for like indolent officials' way or whatever. Except instead of interfering with giant sky plans, you are making visible the lines of fate around you, and through Jasync's magic sent up the chain through Gavel's hell phone, I'm imagining like a human daisy chain of using ranged combat to chuck Gavel up and forth into the air behind her, over and over and over, and leaving a single block of pavement in the sky. Repeat ad nauseum several thousand times. Alternatively, you could just have Gavel fly and do this in Devil Trigger mode herself. Just under your directions.
I've used enough of my motes that I can just activate Devil Trigger form and fly! And then place the Sky Highway down like a Minecraft character would.
Rolling a observation check with double 9s. Nope, she's too
In
far away to
Minecraft
see you,
check.
although she did try. She just sees a blurry
Oh.
dot on the horizon.
Uh.
The skyways are successfully constructed. You now have a Sonic the Hedgehog level.
Yay!
Remember to
Specifically the one from the early 2000s.
remember to
That's
hide
right.
all those red rings.
That's right, bitch.
Yep.
That's right, bitch. Sky Palace Zone is back.
It's too late to stop me, Empire Prasad. I have become forklift certified.
Sky Sanctuary Zone, excuse me.
Oh, goodness.
Back
Rainbow Roads never looked better.
in Madara. Pedro starts freaking the fuck out.
Oh, watch
In fact,
Pedro
all
freaking
the
out.
birds in this building start freaking the fuck out. All of a sudden.
Oh, great.
Mid interviewing with the medic.
What's wrong, Pedro?
Everyone in the building seems very
wrong,
disturbed
Pedro?
at something. Mainly because of all the birds. One bird there is not freaking out.
Okay. Which one?
It appears to be a raven of some variety. Scanning, flitting to and fro, searching for someone or something. I'm going to need you to make a finesse plus stealth roll to avoid
Detection.
this. Yes.
So, finesse plus stealth. I have a stealth 4. Finesse, I think, is my... No, finesse is my dump, so that's 3. And you said stealth. I don't think I have excellency in stealth, so this is just going to be 7 dice.
Inexplicably, over this bird's brow, you see the sign of the Maiden of Endings.
2.
Well, let's see if she does well on her roll.
Don't worry, she will. She has
0.
8 dice.
0. Ah!
Now, this doesn't mean you fail the entire venture. All this means is that a complication arises.
Okay.
And you still succeeded on gathering all of the information you needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just, it means something happens to you on the way back.
What happens?
I am scrolling down to the list of infiltration and espionage consequences.
Mm.
Tell me it ain't so, Doc. Tell me I don't got ligma.
I'm afraid, my boy, it's much worse than
You
that.
have sigma. You don't
Oh,
have the
God,
sigma male kind. You don't
I
have
am
the
gonna
sigma
be
male
distorting.
concept.
I'm gonna be rewording this one slightly. Someone falls in love with false persona.
Oh no! Oh,
okay.
that's funny.
Somebody falls in love with
Oh,
Liza.
that's funny. All right.
Who falls in love with Liza?
Give me a moment to figure that out.
Okay, fam.
She is scanning the eyes like, well, a hawk eagle. It turns out sidereals can turn into birds using constellation magic. Lunars are merely
Caca.
the best shapeshifters. They don't have an exclusive monopoly on it. And you are able to avoid her gaze via running into a closet and bumping into someone in a meet cute.
Oh, hello there.
Well, it's not really a human you bump into. It's one of the local gods of the city.
Oh, well, hello there.
Oh, you're that realm magistrate. My apologies. I appear to have been forcibly manifested by some kind of calamity in the build. I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. He picks himself up, dusts himself off. You're not from around here, are you? Well, you're a realm magistrate, of course not. How are things going on the center, if you don't mind? I have an old friend in... I believe he's currently assigned to the Imperial City. Is everything going alright there?
Isn't that where all the stuff that happened? Or am I
where-
thinking of a different thing?
It's
Or
where
a different thing?
a lot of bad things happen in the Imperial City, so by
We were in the
number...
Imperial City, if I remember correctly, right?
No, you weren't. That was
No,
Shempor.
not that Shempor. Well, it's the Imperial City. I know that's not what you want to hear, but I mean, that's sadly the scenario.
No, that is true. That is true. By the way, you won't mind me asking. I think I saw you outside a few minutes ago. You ran in here remarkably quick. Was that you using your magics here? Because you were like halfway across the city 5 seconds ago.
A magistrate never reveals their secrets.
You know what? That's completely fair. I've had to hurry home a couple times in order to avoid appointments I did not want to be at.
Oh boy, that lie works!
It wouldn't have worked with a human. Because you did it with a god, it worked.
Goodness. Let's go.
You know what? Yeah, shit sucked. I've hit the bricks too. I've been there.
So what you're telling me is that a god is in love
With Liza?
with
With
Eliza?
Liza. I'm sure this will go perfectly well in our next meeting.
One of the top gods of the city.
I mean, it might help us.
Anyway, I do have a meeting to go to, but if you don't mind, I do have several questions in regards to the spirit courts happening back in center. One moment, and he gives you another token of his essence. It also appears to be a business card with what appears to be a prayer mantra written on the back. The divine equivalent of a cell phone number.
Lythander notes that Lythander will look at Pedro and say, "Do you want to find your real giant or Liza and give this to her?" Telepathically.
Okay, yeah. The bird flies. Yep, bird flies off. Birds carry messages all the time in this city. That's perfectly normal.
Caw-caw.
Yeah, with a promise for a meeting on further consequence later. A date. You manage to escape the sidereal, staring down the sidelines looking for you.
Ha-ha! Gotcha!
But wait, there's also a second letter in your pocket.
Ha-ha! Got me. What does the letter say?
A separate letter from a different paramour, addressed to Lythander of the Seething Moon.
Use my full name. Oh no. This is never good when they use the full name. Lythander tries to get out of here and open the letter, but only once he's out.
Okay.
What does the letter say?
It's blank. Or it appears to be blank.
He is going to grab out the lemon and the fire
Alright, go ahead and give
for the invisible ink.
your choice of an awareness or an embassy check with your strongest attribute. With a stunt for thinking ahead. And how to actually do this in the real world.
So, embassy or what now?
Embassy or awareness, whichever one's better.
Awareness. Let's see, how aware am I? I have 3 in awareness, 3 embassy. So it's going to be 8 dice. Plus 10. Or plus 2 for the stunt.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes, I'll take it.
Difficulty 3, so you did it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You did, in fact, figure out the invisible ink method that was indeed used here.
It's almost as if Korak 92 has a brain cell.
Mm-hmm.
And likes to use it 1/10 of the time.
The reason you didn't see this coming is because this letter wasn't sent from creation. Someone from downstairs was in the building watching the meeting and saw through your disguise, but because they were in the underworld, they either did not or could not interrupt you in the proceedings.
But they wanted to keep it hidden, so what does it say?
It appears to be... It is not actually a love letter, I'll point that out.
Oh man, I thought it would be a love letter.
Nope, it's a hate letter.
Oh, my favorite. I love
It
hate
appears to be
letters.
written in ghostly ectoplasm, and that you recognize is in fact the hands of the economy.
Oh
I
no!
wipe the letter with my ass.
Do you read what it says beforehand?
What do you take me for? An idiot? I don't
You
read
should.
those.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna read it.
Okay. This is not a report because one of his fragments was... The fragment writing this was in fact captured by the First and Forsaken Lion. This is a hostage letter.
Oh. Are they the hostage?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay.
He managed to secrete this letter out when the lion wasn't looking via what remained of his own heart-eater magics. It is essentially an instructions on where to find a Death Lord's potential hidden weakness, because it turns out he doesn't know. Neither do they. But who does know? The Neverborn. Because the Neverborn are what made those pacts to make them mighty in the first place. And if going to a site where a fragment or a piece or a part of the dreaming dead titans are and literally picking their brains, it's probably the best possible point to find a Death Lord's weakness is just by consulting the Neverborn or an ancient relic of theirs. You gotta go tomb robbing in the underworld to find Fallen Star's permakill weakness.
That's fair. Is there any way that I can get the economy out so that because they did a good job here, I don't want to see them suffer as much as I want to see them suffer.
Well, this isn't all of them. There is at least one fragment roaming free.
That's good. Because I want to see them suffer, but I don't want to see them suffer.
Oh, don't worry. This one's already being smelted into soul steel.
I don't want to see them suffer, so I'm going to go and save them.
Best of luck.
How do I do that?
A separate adventure after this one.
I will abandon this adventure.
I doubt that.
What do you mean you doubt that? You doubt me?
Well, I will ask back onto the plot for a second. Do you want to find Liza and inform her what just happened? Well, you have paid her doing that already.
Yeah.
One other note, I will note as you're on your way out of the city. I'm assuming you're leaving and headed back towards either the Maw of Cecelyne or the domain.
Oh, I was going to stay in the city.
Okay.
Get as much info as possible and go into the Gaul and try to repair the thing, or War Strider.
Okay, as a note, on your way back towards, I'm assuming Liza gave you a point to meet up at, on your way back to whatever tea house you're going to meet her at, you pass by the docks again. There are more boats than they are. You do in fact see an entire empty dock that was not there previously. Fresh grown from wood. And from those new docks, you see tiny plants that appear to be budding into tiny boats, and ever so slowly growing into full-fledged warships.
That's scary, actually.
Quite.
Do you say right or why?
I said quite.
Quite, okay.
There are several monks pacing to and fro, watering the boats.
Okay.
Just wanted to note that you saw that on the way there.
I appreciate it. Maybe
All
I'm
right.
just trying to think of a plan now.
Okay, yeah. That is a pretty, that's a pretty big thing to hit you with all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we'll probably end off your half of the session there. We'll probably have a reunion at some point there.
Alright,
For
so
everyone
I'm gonna
else.
head on off then.
Alright, see ya. For everyone else still with us in this call, it's hard to tell. Wait, was that Lythander making that joke? Or Korak?
Lythander.
Da, da, da.
Hard bargain again!
Oh no.
that was
Okay,
bad.
okay. Just making sure.
How's the straw connection, though?
Dire.
Oh, by the fucking Yozi. I think it's worse than last time.
It has started to rain. That might be interference.
Oh, hello.
Oh no.
Hello, this is Lythander. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Try to share the
I presume everything is okay over there?
I got in touch with Liza. She seems to be on. But we also know about a War Strider. Also, I kind of got Liza a date with a god.
You did what?
I got a date with a god.
I see.
I got
Okay.
Liza a date with a god.
Yes, indeed. But what else? What else have you learned over there?
I'm starting to weave deception upon them. The most of the people here do not actually want the War Strider actually used. They are going to blow up orphanages with it. My daughter's hand is here.
Okay.
So trust me, I might be staying here while trying to abduct it. I'm going to kidnap my daughter.
Are you...
Yes.
You're going to...
Yes, I'm going to kidnap my daughter. Yes.
Okay. Are you at least going to be here when the Wyld Hunt, gets here?
Do you want me to come over now, or later? I'm giving you maybe 20 minutes to decide this. I can also stay here, help create more discord over here on our end until the fight arrives and I attack them from the rear.
Well, has your Discord sewing been going successfully?
DM, is the Discord sewing been successful? Because I've been thinking it is, but
pretty successful. You were never going to completely derail the entire Wyld Hunt, but there is enough confusion to weaken a few key weapons.
That's good in my book.
Yes, there's some. Also, I told them that you were a celestial and you were a healer.
Yes, the exact opposite of me. Excellent.
Exactly! See, I can do smart things like lie through my teeth.
I mean, yes, this has been noted, but alright, in that case, if you're being successful in your lies and your yes, thank you, then yes, I don't see why you couldn't do more, as long as you please do not get yourself caught.
So the thing about that, there is no promises about that because Liza may or may not betray us at a moment's notice.
Oh,
I don't believe she
yes,
would, but
alright.
I mean, I gotta look out for number one here, which is you.
Considering this, I mean, yes. Are you gonna tell Gavel about the worst rider and
I did before, remember?
Oh, you did? Okay.
Remember, I was like, the worst rider.
But I mean specifically about
the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot.
Oh, yes, I will tell you about the pilot. It is Lythander. So, remember that shark that I tried to save?
Gavel squints at the straw. What about it?
Do you know who's piloting that war strider?
Oh, fuck me.
Exactly! Why wouldn't you let me heal the shark?
It needed to die.
It could have made a cool mount for me. I could have done so many messed up things with it. Though.
You already have Pablo. Is he not good enough for you anymore?
I love Pablo, but it's one of those where Pablo might need friends.
I think we're mixing up Pablo and Pedro from the Icon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pedro. Yes, I'm sorry.
Lythander's gonna say, you mean the talking skeleton head?
Oh,
Pablo, what do you think of all these events?
Well, you see! Pablo, would you like to say anything, Chills? You've been quite quiet this entire session.
Hello. It is I, Chill.
Hello. What would Pedro... darn it, now I'm mixing it up all around.
Yeah.
Pablo, the talking skeleton head. Would Pablo like to say... Or, goodness sake, alive.
Save it for the crossover episode. Alright, Pablo, back in the other hole.
Either way. I'm not looking forward... wait, isn't that what those coins were for?
What coins?
The little coins and
Nickel and dime?
you even made that. Yes,
You mean-
nickel and
You
dime.
mean the one that you killed, and then there's the other one that you killed that was mine?
The tongue one,
Yes,
yes.
you mean I can completely agree with this woman who wants to kill you's motives?
Oh, look, it is not my fault.
It's not
But the
your fault that you killed a shark!
That bitch tried to attack us with a fucking shark.
That we parried!
Either way.
Yeah, but it's not your fault, it's not my fault, it's not anyone's fault. It's their fault, honestly.
Either way, I'm sure it will be quite a happy reunion This just makes me wish all the more I learned how to drive the damned worst rider.
You see, I've been going in there trying to fix it. Not sure how good I'm doing, but it's getting fixed. Quotation marks through the straw. You actually feel the quotation marks.
Well, at least Aura seems to have a pretty good handle on these sorts of driving mechanisms. Either way.
Meanwhile, at Aura and Amir's room, I have to tell Amir. How do I tell Amir that constructing clay tops that float in the air is the most important piece of the defense system?
No, the most important piece of the defense system is standing against hard essence impacts. They're going to be throwing elemental bolts of energy at us, and the open tops will leave us vulnerable to attack.
Beyblade, let it rip.
Was that Korak? Was that Korak or Lythander?
Who do you think would know about Beyblades?
You know what? That's fair.
Korak.
We have to make a giant umbrella.
He points to the roads that are floating in the sky. What are those?
Quick question. Did Amir actually think of the mushrooms?
Yes, Amir thought of the mushrooms.
That could be used as a giant umbrella.
We hard cut to several mushrooms being grown to serve as umbrellas.
And good food, too. So if you have
and
to...
food. Tasty.
So if you ever actually have to be bunkered underneath one, you're not going to starve, at least.
Yeah.
See, Lythander is a good and gracious soul. He'll kill you, but he's gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm done stealing all this. Go on, you two.
Alright, also in the room, Sky Sundering Shadow. She succeeded with her one more thing roll to just show up when no one was looking. In person this time.
Oh,
Alright,
great.
I'm here to fix the
Awesome.
War Strider. Where is it? Oh, you're not there.
This is
I
with
know, I am
Gavel
laughing.
and Urda.
Oh, right, because you're in the wrong place!
Oh.
That's why I'm laughing.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, there is the straw, so you can always yell at me to come back.
Right. But it's a matter of time now, because that's actually really important.
So, what do you guys tell her?
That's a great.
Yeah, I imagine she
great
shows
question.
up literally at the most inopportune time possible, like right when Gavel's reaching for like a particularly large block of concrete. 1 second she lifts it, there's no one there. The second she just appears uncannily. Alright, where's the War Strider?
Oh fucking Yozi.
What? You wanted me to come and fix it, and here I am. I welcome the creative
God.
challenge, and now is as good a time as any for my troops down below to start setting up a Shadowland here.
Couldn't at least have, given at least a little bit of a heads up? Gods. Either way. Hold on, give me a moment. I tap on the straw to get Lythander's attention.
Wait, is
Also,
that
are
stretched
you gonna
all the way
charge-
from the other shore?
Yes. It's a death trap to a lot.
There's now a small crowd of onlookers staring in awe at the magic straw.
Oh man.
At what appears to be Liza using it. Okay, we have a Prince of the Earth here, let's not interrupt her. Unless you're using a different body for that.
I've been using a different body.
Okay. Whose body?
Nobody knows what I look like, right?
Oh no, they have your description.
Okay, so I would be using, who's a funny one that I can use? I could just be disguised as a random person.
The boat captain whose face you just nicked on the way in?
No, what's his name? The dragon blood that died that we saved, kinda.
You never actually got his shape. You just disguised yourself as him.
I'm gonna disguise myself as him.
Okay, flawlessly impenetrable disguise. Got it.
Yes.
As Leon.
Yeah, as Leon. Thank you. It's been a while. I don't know why.
No, it's alright. Why did you... Wait, you're all the way over in Madara? Why the hell did you go to Madara?
Espionage?
Oh, you would be the member of this circus most equipped to do that. Get your ass back here so we can fix your war machine. They should be due here uncomfortably fast, given the new corpses that are showing up down below on the way here.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Also, do you like adamantite at all?
Not particularly, no. It's my least favorite of the materials to work with.
Okay, good, because that's what the other War Striders made out of.
Of course, they had to make it out of the hardest material they could, which would be the hardest to take down. Any ideas of its capabilities?
Well, they're gonna have a very shark-filled person take over it.
Shark-filled?
Basically, they were a exorgent that, well...
They were a dragon
Gavel.
blood.
They were a dragon...
The exorgent is the repair
Oh,
person.
sorry. They were a dragon blood that Gavel killed the shark of.
I see.
That was their companion, so that'd be like somebody trying to kill Pedro on me. I would kill them without hesitation.
Yes, just like if someone tried to kill one of my little buddies.
Exactly, thank you for understanding. You see, I think we could actually be friends at one point in time.
Well, let's save that for when a Wyld Hunt is not attempting to obliterate you.
You know what? That is 100% correct. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
And it's at this point that the first fleet of sailing ships is not as people start to board them. And that's where we'll end this session, probably.
Okay.
Yay.
The fleets have been launched. It's time. Next session, the actual war part of the war.
It's wartime!
What is it good for?
That's my favorite part.
In this case, it's absolutely everything.
That's my favorite part about war, when Gavel said it's wartime, and then she wore it all over them.
None of this is good, Pedro. That's why it's called war.
Also, thank you very much for this session. I actually had a lot of fun.
Oh,
I'm
before
sorry
we
that I have fun when I'm the main character. It sucks.
Oh, before we hit our stuff buttons, we have to thank our patrons.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you to our lovely patrons.
Currently, we're still only at one patron, but one is very much appreciated. Thank you, GB, for our six-sided dice level of support.
Thank you, GB.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Also, we need to make a jingle.
We
when we
yeah.
talk about our patrons, you can do it nice and funny. And you can have me read it off, because that would be funny, because I'm the least favorite of anybody's.
You actually get a couple of comments in the chat sometimes.
X to doubt on you being the worst.
All right, I'm hitting my stop button. See you next time for War. War never changes. Or maybe it's War. War has changed. One of the two. We'll find out next time. See you then. Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy crew are proud to bring you this and other AP content, like Tomb of the Red Giant, the first half of our complete JoJo's Bizarre Adventure AP, as well as Rune Runners, our Icon AP. We'll also have a Patreon by the time you hear this. If you like what you've heard so far, feel free to drop us a little bit of money if you can afford to do so, and we could bring you even more content in the future. APs live and die by word of mouth, so if you liked us, please drop us a follow, like, share, retweet, whatever you could think of to help us out. We are excited to bring you more bi-weekly content in 2 weeks from now for the next FateBreakers, and other episodes time permitting. See you then.